I enjoyed Chino's feast to my heart's content. After taking a breather in the living room, I returned to my room. I place on my desk the job advertisement magazine I bought from the shops on my way back from the lookout. I'll read this afterwards. I grabbed the books on amnesia out of my school bag. I recall the titles being along the lines of The Mysteries of Our Memories and All About the Brain. It'll be fine even if the books only briefly touch upon the subject of memory loss. I have to thank Kusame for finding these books for me. Now then, I bring the books to my desk. I suddenly forgot her name. With my knowledge, the only thing I can attribute this to is amnesia. That's why I'm researching this. Apparently, in order to recover her name, all I need is to hear it again, even if I don't find any solutions to my memory loss. To find her or her name is harder than I imagined. I've already asked Shinami and Onshino about her. I asked them to tell me the name of the girl I used to play with. Shinami knew about her, but her knowledge doesn't extend as far as her name. On the other hand, Onshino didn't know such a person existed. If I think back, Shinami and Mom were the only people I told, nobody else. But Mom isn't here anymore. I can't ask her. I'm at a dead end. Well, I suppose I'm being too impatient. My emotions are in disarray, so I can't think properly. It's like the time when Mare stabbed me with her scythe. I was only staring at her actions in disbelief, unable to do anything. Maybe I could have even resisted. Maybe I didn't have to end up forgetting her name. Phew. I yawn once and return my focus to the book. I look at the table of contents first, confirming which topics were related to memory loss. I start reading the relevant topics. The date was about to change after I went through one text from start to finish. I file away the information I picked up from the book in my head. Amnesia, as it's called, is usually coupled with symptoms of forgetfulness. My condition doesn't have such symptoms. Memories are divided into two major components, episodic and procedural. Simply put, the former can be expressed in words, while the latter cannot. The memories that cannot be put into words, the procedural ones, are those relating to our skills and technique, such as playing musical instruments or playing sports. The memories I have lost are the episodic ones. They call this disability amnesia in general. There are two types of amnesia, full and partial. The former is where you lose everything within a specific time period, and the latter is where you lose parts of your memory. I think I have partial amnesia. There are many causes for partial amnesia. These include psychological factors such as stress, physical trauma like an injury, illness, and drugs. In my case, I haven't isolated the cause yet. Most importantly is the treatment of amnesia, which is unexpectedly easy. Under normal circumstances, memories come back by themselves after a few days or in a month or two. There appears to be hypnotherapy and electrical shocks for amnesia, but the book doesn't recommend those. Memory loss will heal itself if you don't do anything. The best treatment is to not worry too much about your amnesia and not to think about it deeply. In that case, it seems I recover randomly. What the hell? Am I supposed to twiddle my thumbs while I wait for her name to come back? Can I really recall anything just like that? Isn't that just procrastinating? No. Rather, I might get a thankful development. Right now, with almost no options left, I'll gladly wait for it if it means that I can remember her name. I just have to endure the wait. That's a somewhat convenient way of interpreting things. I'll do everything I can for now and wait later. These 3 books aren't necessarily absolutely correct. From now on, I'll do some research on amnesia if I have spare time. Next up is affirming if she's a student at Hibari-ko. It would be great if the student roles had accompanying pictures. Unlike the yearbooks, looking at the list of currently enrolled students could be a problem. I'll have to ask someone tomorrow. Then I have to check the photos of the current third-year girls. I might miss her, so I have to go over it a couple of times. I also have to take the time to look around the residential areas and shopping district. If she lives around here, we might pass each other. Then there's the lookout. I'll go see Mare when it's nighttime. I have to meet Mare again and talk to her. There's a countless number of questions I want to ask her. I have to do everything within my power. Then there's my search for a part-time job. Although I haven't moved here for very long, it feels as if I'm suddenly very busy. I hit the sack after flicking through the job search magazine. Again? The peacefulness in the dining room comes to an end, and my ears are assaulted with a noisy pitter-patter of footsteps. I decided on my course of action yesterday in dealing with this pattern. I'm off. Hey Chinami, you should hurry up and get ready for school too. It's your fault for sleeping in. You can go to school in your pajamas. But it looks the same as always. You can change your clothes and fix your hair at school. Huh? You only just realized? Hurry and put your uniform in your bag and get ready. Don't be silly, of course you can. Then I'm off. As I said, it's your fault for sleeping in. In any case, aren't you the one who turns it off while you're half asleep? Well, now her hair looks really messy. Because it mixed up the AM and PM times. Also, don't go around making a fuss in the morning. What if you wake Shino-san up? What if you wake our neighbors up? What if I get annoyed? What if Mom in heaven gets annoyed? What if everyone in Hibarigasaki gets annoyed? She sure is. Anyway, apologize to everyone in the world. Because he's a bad person himself. Well, I'm off. Reaching my patience, I leave Chinami back inside. Aoi happens to pass by as I step out from the entrance. Good morning, Aoi-san. Aoi bows lightly and starts climbing the hill again. I sprint to catch up to Aoi. Aoi-san. You're also cutting it close in the mornings too. Are you bad with mornings? My sister's also bad with mornings. She only just woke up, so she'll probably be late today. That reminds me, I hear Chinami is your classmate now. What's that supposed to mean? Thanks for being friends with her. While her behavior is a bit erratic, she's not a bad person at heart. She doesn't say much, but her reply makes me feel relieved. Since my neighbor has become Chinami's classmate, I reckon I'll be seeing her more often from now on. Aoi and I arrived at the school gate together. There was a crowd there. What's going on? Aoi hugs her school bag tightly to her chest. What? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Customs? I look at the front of the line and see some students wearing armbands with SRC written on them. There were a few long tables placed close by. The contents of each and every bag were being looked at. The SRC's border security, huh? This is rather sudden. They've still got schools checking for items against regulation? Does Hibariku have problems with delinquents? Are the rules strict? Are you also delinquent? Jeez, did she just say something really nasty to me? Aoi and I were at the end of the line. The students were brutally opening up their bags for inspection. Those who weren't bringing anything against the rules were let through. With that, it will be our turn soon. We can't do anything about being late from this. She seems rather nervous. Why is that? Aoi is hugging her school bag tightly. Her face is expressionless, but it seems she's feeling somewhat uneasy. Aoi-san, what's wrong?
どうもしません。
You don't want the contents of your bag seen?
見られたい人なんて誰もいません。
True. Since I've just transferred here, the only stuff I'll be bringing are textbooks and stationery, but I guess it wouldn't be unusual to be bringing some personal belongings after settling in. Even at my previous school, I'd often brought stuff like magazines. People bringing mobile phones were given, and there were others who even brought handheld consoles. Is this school okay with mobile phones?
持ってきてるんですか？
No, I didn't. There doesn't seem to be any use for it yet, since I just transferred here.
携帯は大丈夫です。ただ、放課後以外は使用禁止だったと思います。
Did you bring one?
持ってきてますけど、教えません。
Not telling me what? Email address? Did you bring anything dodgy?
なんでですか？
I've got a hunch.
迷惑です。
What is my question? Maybe it's because girls are different from boys. They don't want their personal belongings to be seen or to tell anyone about them.
はい、次の人。バッグを開けて机に乗せて。
It's our turn. Since Aoi wasn't moving, I put my bag on the table first.
問題なし。はい、次の人。
Hey, are you Kosame-san's older sister? Kosame said her twin sister was a member of the SRC.
そうだけど。あなた、小笠坂くんよね。
Yeah, we've met once before, haven't we?
小雨のクラスメートだそうね。後で知ったんだけど。
Kosame-san has been a great help to me.
あの子は人当たりがいいからね。言葉遣いも丁寧だし、皆星さんと違って礼儀をわきまえてるし。これでテンクルにさえ所属してなきゃ自慢の妹なのに。
Her shoulders are trembling. I see that you hate the Tenkuru.
そうね。あなたも皆星さんから勧誘されるかもしれないけど、相手にしないことを祈ってるから。
But I've been invited already. Furthermore, I'm starting to get interested too.
それと、こんな遅刻ギリギリの時間に登校は感心しないわね。家は坂のふもとで近いんでしょ？
You're well informed.
ちょっと調べればわかるわよ。生徒会役員は生徒の個々の情報を把握する義務だってあるし。
Perhaps the SRC also takes the role of being the disciplinary committee too.
そもそもあなた、転入試験で目立ってたからね。
Please stop. My trauma is...
なんだかよくわからないけど。でも、成績が優秀でも生活態度が悪ければ生徒会には入れないわよ。今後は気をつけることね。
Well, no one has said anything about me joining the SRC.
我が生徒会は常に有能な人材を探しているの。頭ごなしに否定しないで一行してくれると助かるわね。
This is similar to Asuho and Asuka's club recruitments.
まだひばり校に転入したばかりだし、すぐに夏休みも挟むから、詳しい話は2学期になってからお願いするわ。
Thanks for not forcing the matter. Hisakaki-san, right?
ええ、まあよろしくということで。
Ah, nice to meet you too.
それじゃあ、私は持ち物検査があるから。
Sorry for interrupting your work.
そう言ってもらえるとありがたいわね。こういう検査って生徒から目の敵にされやすいし。
You have my condolences.
勘違いはしないでね。好きでやってるわけじゃないし、あくまで生徒会は良識を持って行動してるつもりだから。
I feel relieved after hearing that. Aoi-san, this girl here is an understanding person, even if you brought something to... Wait, what? Aoi had slipped past the SRC checks while Hisakaki and I were talking.
ちょっとそこの生徒、まだ検査が終わってないわよ。
Did I hear her click her tongue just now?
それじゃあバッグを開けて机に乗せて。どうぞ。それ小笠坂くんの宿場でしょ。あなたのを見せなさいって言ってるの。
It appears that Aoi is in a difficult position, just as I guess she must have something unpresentable in there. Oh, our first choice! Cover up for her or stay out of it? What should we do? Well, she was kinda mean to us, wasn't she? So I'd say let's stay out of it.
あなた名前は？
小ヶ坂よ。
No, Aoi-san, that's my name. I was supposed to be watching, but I ended up cutting in.
葵さんっていうのね。何か隠しているみたいだし、余計バッグの中身は見せてもらうわよ。
Hisakaki closes in on Aoi without hesitation. Aoi is holding her bag firmly while looking downwards. Hisakaki-san, isn't it fine already?
よくない。小ヶ坂くんは知らないだろうけど、このひばりヶ崎は娯楽施設が乏しいから風紀も乱れやすいのよ。
Isn't it usually the opposite? There is a lack of amusement facilities, so it's hard to get a hold of the distractions.
そう考えていた過去があったから、ひばり港はどんどん風紀が乱れていったの。今はネット通販で簡単に買い物できるし、むしろ外で遊ぶ場所が少ないから生徒は学校で遊ぶようになる。それがエスカレートしていったのよ。要するにみんな遊びに飢えてたんでしょうね。まあ暴力沙汰なんかの問題じゃなくて、落書きやらの可愛いいたずらばかりだったみたいだけど、進学校だったら勉強に精を出す生徒も多くなるんでしょうけど、このひばり校はどっちつかずの標準な学校だし、もともとひばりヶ崎自体田舎だしね。
It seems as if you dislike this town, judging by the way you speak.
嫌いじゃないわよ。好きでもないけど。
Is Hibariku very problematic?
一時期はさっき言ったみたいに遊びがエスカレートしたらしいけど、今は落ち着いてるわ。先生や生徒会の先輩方の働きによってね。だからひばり校を守った先輩方のためにも、現生徒会だって風紀を乱す生徒を許してはいけないの。
私たち生徒のためにお疲れ様です。
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいわ。
これからもお勤め頑張ってください。
ありがとう。
ではごきげんよう。
ごきげんよう。ってこらこらこら、ちゃっかり逃げようとするな、そこの1年。
1年ってバレた。
Is that a bad
ひばり
thing?
校は1年生だけ制服が違うし、それでなくたってあなた童顔で背が低いから。
何か屈辱。
それじゃあバッグを開けて机に乗せて。
どうぞ。
だからこれ小ヶ坂くんのスクバでしょ。
ち
We seem to be going around in circles.
早く自分のバッグ見せなさいってば。チャイム鳴ったら2人とも遅刻扱いにするからね。
Wait, me too?
元はといえばあなたが無駄話始めたからでしょ。責任くらい取りなさい。
But that's making false accusations. When I started noticing my surroundings, the students standing by the school gates were no longer there. To be precise, the only students left were the ones wearing SRC armbands. While we were in our stalemate, the inspections had finished. Even the long table was starting to get packed up. Aoi-san, don't you think now is a good time? Things could get bad if we are given the lateness treatment.
とてもいかん。
Aoi reluctantly lifts her bag and opens it.
ようやく観念したわけね。
はい、終わり。
チャック閉めるな。こんな一瞬で調べられるか。
この人仕事遅い。
なめた口聞くのはそこまでにしなさいね。何が出てくるのかとても楽しみだわ。
Hisakaki assumes the role of the third-rate villain. Peering inside and digging, Hisakaki has the same villainous grin I had imagined.
葵さん、これは何かしら。
What is this? At first glance, she appears to be holding onto a deck of cards. Oh, cards?
答えてくれる？これは何かしら？
筆箱です。
どう見ても違うでしょ。カードゲームの類なんじゃないの？
カードゲームに似た筆箱です。
中は普通にカードが入ってるんだけど。
カードに似たシャーペンです。
じゃあこれどこ押せばシーンが出るのかしら？
そこです。
どこよ？
あそこです。
ここのこと？
バカが見る。
ちょっと生徒指導室まで来てくれるかしら。
Wow, just a second. Aren't those tarot cards? Oh, tarot cards? I've seen similar patterns on the cards Hisakaki is holding before. There's probably no mistaking it.
タロットカードって先生術で使うカードのことよね。
占いますか？
占いません。
あなたは将来金髪になるでしょう。
But she is already blonde, isn't she? Or am I colorblind?
それどういう意味？
あなたはツンデレという星占いの結果。
Of course she's a tsundere. She is blonde, has blue eyes, and has twin tails. What else would she be?
勝手に決めないでくれる？
早くデレを希望。
むしろツンにしかなれないわよ。
Well, how do I say this? This isn't actually fortune telling, is it?
ツンデレ占いです。
There is no such thing, is there?
うざい。
Get lost?
ごきげんよう。
Aoi naps the tarot cards from Hisakaki and quickly starts walking towards the school building.
だから待ちなさいってば。まだ話は終わって。
The bell rings.
チャイム鳴っちゃったじゃない。これから生徒会室で検査に引っかかった生徒のリスト作らなきゃなのに。
Thanks for your hard work.
授業に遅れたらどうしてくれるのよ。
Why are you hitting me for?
さっきのこの名前、葵さんだったわよね。
Yeah, Aoi Chinami. Wait, what? Chinami?
葵ちなみと。よし、後でクラス調べて早急に呼び出しね。
Why did he give her the name of his sister?
遅刻遅刻遅刻。遅れた遅れた遅れた。
Now there she is.
そこの生徒、止まりなさい。
Hurry up, Chinami.
お兄ちゃん、待って待って置いていかないで。
With Hisakaki yelling at us from behind our backs, Chinami and I rush into the school building.